It was a humid morning in July 1954 when a man stepped off a plane at Haneda Airport in Tokyo, Japan. He looked normal enough: business suit, briefcase, calm demeanor. To customs officials, he appeared just like any international traveler, until they asked where he was from. "Taured," he said confidently. Confused, the officers asked him to point it out on a map. The man grew agitated when he couldn't find his country. He insisted it existed, right where the Principality of Andorra should be. He even produced a passport issued by Taured, complete with stamps and visas from various countries. Every detail seemed real. The passport was leather-bound, worn at the edges. The stamps and visas were all in order, even recent entries into Japan, Spain, and France. Customs was baffled. The man spoke fluent French and Japanese. He even knew details about Japanese companies he claimed to be visiting. Still suspicious, authorities detained him at a nearby hotel under heavy guard while they investigated. That night, something impossible happened. By morning, the man from Taured, along with all of his documents, had vanished. The hotel room showed no signs of forced entry. Guards swore no one had entered or left. The man simply ceased to exist. No one ever saw him again. No trace was ever found. The records of the incident were quickly buried, classified, or simply disappeared. But the story survived, whispered through urban legends, discussed on late-night radio, debated by skeptics and believers alike. Who was he? Where did he really come from? And how did he vanish from a locked, guarded room? Some argue the entire event was a fabrication, a traveler's tale stretched and warped by time. Others believe it was a case of mistaken identity, a man from Andorra confused under pressure. But the deeper you look, the stranger it becomes. The description of his passport matched no known design from any country, past or present. Witnesses agreed. The passport was old but authentic looking, from a nation that simply didn't exist. There are even rumors that the passport bore a strange insignia, a silver star with two overlapping circles, a symbol found nowhere in our world. Some theorists suggest he was a time traveler, someone from an alternate timeline where Taured existed and history took a different path. Others whisper darker theories, that he was a test subject, an experiment in dimensional travel gone wrong, a casualty of secret projects that governments deny to this day. And there's another chilling possibility, that the boundaries between worlds are thinner than we think. Thin enough that sometimes people slip through, unnoticed, uninvited, and unable to go back. If the man from Taured wasn't from our world, then maybe he wasn't the first, or the last. There are scattered reports of other out-of-place people throughout history. A medieval knight appearing suddenly in Times Square, terrified and confused. A pilot from the 1940s who landed at a modern airbase and then disappeared minutes later. A woman who walked into a Chicago police station in 1975, claiming she was from a country called Lisbia, not Lisbon, Portugal, and vanished hours after detention. Maybe they all came from different versions of Earth. Maybe there's 1,000 Earths, 1,000,000, and sometimes the veil thins just enough for one traveler to fall through. And what about us? If it can happen to them, could it happen to you? Maybe somewhere, on a parallel Earth, another you is wondering why they can't find their home on a map. Maybe the man from Taured is still alive, still searching, still knocking on doors in worlds that are not his own. Or maybe he finally found his way back. Or worse, maybe he never did. And maybe, just maybe, right now, another traveler is already here, watching, lost, waiting for someone to believe their story before they too disappear. Because the veil between worlds is thinner than you think. And when it tears, not even the walls of reality can hold you in.